I'm Ashley Bullington, and this is the Warmup. After 11 weeks of football, the postseason has finally arrived. Every game from here on out is an elimination game. On Wingstop Inside High School Sports this Saturday, we will have highlights of over 14 games. Let's take a look at some of the bigger matchups. At the beginning of the year, Mansfield Legacy versus Frisco Lone Star would be considered a possible state semifinal game. But due to injuries and offensive woes, these two are facing off in the first round. Legacy's season took a turn when star defensive back and quarterback Jalen Catalon was lost for the season on opening night due to an injury. The Broncos still managed to go 6-4 behind the running of Caleb King, who has totaled 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns. Lone Star went 8-2, but against quality defenses, they've had trouble getting their offense going. In 4 games, the Rangers only managed 2 touchdowns, which is very un-Lone Star-like. It will be interesting to see how they move the ball against a tough Bronco defense. Halton has been the feel-good story of the Metroplex this year, and they take on Arlington Bowie this Friday. The Buffaloes ended the regular season at 10-0, including a program-changing win at Trinity. Michael Black has been an incredible dual threat, passing for 1,700 yards and 21 touchdowns, while running for over 1,200 yards and 16 more scores. As for the Volunteers, they started off 6-2, but have been manhandled the last 2 weeks. Malcolm Mays has led the way by throwing for almost 2,000 yards, but has also thrown 9 picks. He'll need to eliminate the turnovers for a Bowie win. There was a time last week when DeSoto thought they'd get a first-round matchup with Duncanville, but as last Friday night unfolded, they wound up with Skyline. The Raiders are still a tough out. Skyline quarterback Belton Gardner committed to Texas Tech last week, and he has led the way for the Raiders. But the Eagles have so many weapons with Shadarian Ward behind center and targets like Lawrence Arnold Jr. and Vontae Chenault to toss it to. This game will be played at Skyline's home field of Forrester, which may give the Raiders a boost. And another intriguing matchup this week, Pitt Saxe versus Plano East in a rematch game. In week 3, the Panthers beat Saxe on their home field 29-7. However, since then, the Mustangs have run off 7 wins in a row and won the 10-6A title. They've done it behind a solid running game and a stout defense. Plano East has been going as far as quarterback Brandon Mallory has taken them. With so many weapons, Mallory has put up ridiculous numbers as he passed for almost 3,000 yards and 34 touchdowns. With both teams being familiar with each other, this one should be a good one. The Hebron Hawks start their playoff run Friday against Keller Fossil Ridge. However, one of their stars has already had a big week. Do everything wide receiver Trajan Bridges got his All-American game jersey on Monday, and I stopped by to have a little chat with him about it.
Trajan, All-American, got your jersey tonight. Talk about this experience a little bit and being picked to be an All-American.
I just got to thank God for the opportunity. My family's been here the whole way. My teammates been here the whole way, and my team has been here the whole way. So, of course, it's a blessing, and can't wait to see what God has in store for me in the future.
And you're a do-everything kind of player. Talk about the player that you are and how you kind of just became this well-rounded, all-everything player.
I just probably describe myself as a playmaker. I make plays, whether it's on offense or defense. So whether it's on offense, when I get the ball, I say I'm pretty dangerous when I get the ball. Whether it's one person, 2 people on me, or the whole team. So yeah, I just say when I get the ball, I'm going to make plays happen.
And you're going to be a Sooner soon.
Yeah.
So what made you decide that you wanted to go to Oklahoma?
When I first arrived there, the whole coaching staff welcomed me. They welcomed my family. So pretty much from the jump, it was so much love. And I went on so many other visits, other colleges. And what stood out to me is what they showed love to my family. And I care about my family a lot. So, of course, seeing that as a recruit and not getting that from other colleges, it makes a difference. So that's pretty much one. And, of course, their offense. Lincoln Riley likes to score, and I like to score as well. So we have that both in common.
So Lincoln Riley likes to score, you like to score. Talk about the class that you're going to be coming in with. A lot of them are from right here in DFW. How does that make you feel knowing that you know some of the guys you're going to be playing with?
Oh yeah, we got Theo, Austin, RJ. I know Stock got his All-American stuff today. I've known Stock since 3rd grade, 2nd grade. We grew up playing basketball. Theo, same way, 3rd grade. But having this chemistry early, kind of like a brotherhood, whatever you want to call it. But nothing too big. So it's gonna be a great time. Great 4 years, 3 years, whatever. I'm excited.
So OU's got a big fan base here in DFW, but not every OU fan knows Trajan Bridges. What do you want them to know about you as you're going in to be an Oklahoma Sooner?
I'd like to say my freshman year or sophomore year, we will win a national championship.
Oh, big talk.
Yes, ma'am.
I like it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You heard it first. The next 2 years.
That kid is something else. On this week's show, we show you another special kid at Azle who had his senior season taken away from him due to an ACL injury. However, he turned that negative into a positive, as Colton Van Gelder is now the Hornets' motivational leader and honorary assistant coach. As the regular season has ended, let's take a look at our final rankings of the year. The real season begins for Allen this week as the playoffs get started. They are the #1 spot and take on Rowlett Friday night. Number 2 still belongs to Duncanville. The Panthers haven't let a team stay within 5 touchdowns of them this year and take on South Grand Prairie tomorrow night. The 3 spot remains to South Lake Carroll as TJ McDaniel and the Dragons take on Coppell Saturday. Haltom is still at 4 as they hope to start a long playoff run Friday against Bowie. And rounding out the top 5, Cedar Hill beat DeSoto in the Battle of Beltline and will have a home game against Richardson Pierce to start the postseason. Highland Park is looking to three-peat, and they take their #1 ranking into a first-round game with Frisco Independence Friday. Aledo is at 2 and will have an easy time of it against Seagoville in round 1. Another game and another defensive touchdown for the Raiders of Denton Ryan. They are at 3 and will face Brewers Thursday night. Number 4 is Frisco Reedy, and the Lions take on another Lions team Friday night, Sam Harrell and the Ennis Lions. And our 5th ranked team is the Colony, who has a tough matchup with Mansfield Timberview this Friday. Now it's time to cool things down with the Cooldown. Clinching the playoffs was a big deal for Bishop Dunn. So big, we saw the aerial acrobatics of their head coach, Michael Johnson, who then told us how proud he is of his Falcons.
It's great. Like I was just telling the young gentleman, it's something that we haven't done since 2015. It's great for our seniors, it's great for our school, great for our community. I just feel blessed to be here in this position and be able to coach these guys that I have. And so, hats off to Prestonwood Cunningham and their program, but it's just great to be a district champion.
Keller Fossil Ridge also had a reason to celebrate. With their win Friday, they clinched another playoff berth. Another All-American makes the warm-up today. Plano Prestonwood Austin Stogner received his All-American jersey. The future Sooner wanted to thank his mom and dad for all of their support. To see more in the world of social media, you can follow any of our platforms. We have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. By following them, you'll have a live look into the world of high school sports. And it'll help get you ready for Wingstop Inside High School Sports on NBC5 at 6:30 p.m. hosted by Pat Doney. It's playoff football time in Texas. Hopefully you're warmed up and ready for things to heat up this weekend. I'm Ashley Bullington, and thank you for watching.